No, you ain't titled neither one of them Facebook classes, right? No, there's no title. All right, no sweat. Okay, well it says, oh yeah, on YouTube you titled it, but on Facebook you didn't. All right, no sweat. All right, Facebook you good. The sound. All right, no sweat. All right, Facebook good. The sound. No sweat. All right. Okay, yeah, it looked like we're still a little bit behind on Facebook, but we toward. Let me check on YouTube real quick. 1 second. Okay, yeah, we back up. All right, Most High in Christ. What was that? Okay. Right. Okay, yeah. So and so basically what we was talking about was how, you know, so-called Negroes aren't the only people that was given into another people, and their children were given to, you know, another people where we long for our children. The Hispanic, our Hispanic brothers and sisters are going through that. They went through it then, and they also going through it right now as we speak. Um, our Native American brothers and sisters went through the same thing, where the oppressor came in and, you know, took them and molested the children and raped the women and did all of those type of things. You understand what I'm saying, to them. So now we got to stop denying our brothers and sisters. We got to stop saying Hispanics are not Israel. We got to stop saying Native Americans are not Israel. That's for you so-called fake Israelites. You understand what I'm saying? Because we are all brothers and sisters, and if we come together, then we could take over this so-called oppressor's empire overnight. You see what the coronavirus did? The Lord sent the coronavirus, and it took over immediately, and it has, you know, destroyed the white man's empire. Now, it ain't completely destroyed. This is just the beginning of sorrows. But if you just can imagine what if coronavirus can come and weaken the white man's infrastructure like that, what do you think Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans coming together can do? You understand? So we need to stop, you know, separating ourselves from each other. We need to stop this division. We need to come together. The scriptures, Zephaniah 2:1 says, "Gather yourselves together, O nation not desired." We are clearly the nation not desired. Over there in China, they over there, they the reason why the coronavirus, you know, the Most High is the reason, but they over there eating bats and rats and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Bringing the coronavirus over here, and they talking about they kicking out the black people like they the problem. No, y'all are the problem. And black people, you should be happy they kicking you out of China, because you don't need to be among them people any damn way. Because you're over there in China trying to be Chinese. That's the problem. You understand? Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 48.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst.
Okay, so break that part down for me. So now, matter of fact, keep reading. I'm gonna get you to break down the whole scripture.
And in nakedness, and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
Have you taught this lesson before yet? Not yet. Okay. So have you gotten to this verse yet? Okay, break this down for me.
Basically what it's saying that when he put thy enemies against us, which means you know, we would have to go to them for everything. Like we got to go to them for food.
Mm-hmm.
We got to go to them for water,
Right.
clothes.
Be specific though.
You know, as far as hunger, you know, like we depend on them with, you know, with food stamps.
Okay.
You know, like the grocery stores, like we don't own anything, so we have to go to
now
them.
we getting to it. You
You know,
understand? That's why I'm waiting.
right.
I'm just listening. I'm trying to you are walking me down. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's what I want to hear.
You know,
I
we
want to
don't.
hear. I want to hear how we don't own anything.
Right.
Everything that we gotta go spend money with, who we gotta spend money with, is the enemies. You understand?
Con.
Now, this ain't a black-owned restaurant. Even a black-owned restaurant ain't really like we make up. You can't name them because we make up such a very, very small percentage. You understand? Turkey Leg Hut and all of these places, we very, very small. You understand? Compared to the Popeyes, compared to the Burger Kings, the McDonald's, the Jack in the Box, the Whataburgers, the Frenchies, Papas, whatever. Name anything else. You can name the stuff in the hood the black people own, but you name anything else, they're way one of those things I just named is a way more huger franchise than all of the black owned businesses combined. Go ahead.
And Salaki, if I may, I mean, even if we do have black owned businesses, we still have to go to our enemies for the supplies.
Right. We got to go to the enemies to bring all the supplies and for the loans and everything that we have to get to even get that business. It was hell being able to get those businesses. You understand? But guess what? Young Lee can come over from China and get a chicken and rice business loan like this. You understand? With no problem. Abdir, you understand, can come get a goddamn gas station, you understand, and set up shop with no problem. You understand? So I call him Abdir. You understand? I don't know. They be having some weird names, man. I was gonna say Abdul, but everybody's gonna say that. You understand? Abdir Rahim, Mahood, what the hell? You understand? Can come set up a gas station in your neighborhood. Adobo Ubu can come. Take over all the rideshare companies. You understand? Before there was Uber and Grubhub and what's them DoorDash and all of that, there was the yellow cab. You understand? And the Liberty cab. And guess who was running them and owning them? Wasn't the Arabs.
The Hamites.
They drive the Hamites. You'll catch a couple Arabs driving, but them Hamites own yellow cab. Every time I caught a cab, it was a damn Hamite. And I damn near every time if I do order some stuff from DoorDash or whatever, because I was working for DoorDash too. Even me working for DoorDash, when I went down to the office, it was like me and two other Negroes, and it was like 20 Hamites. The line was outside the damn building with Hamites, and it was funky as hell. I mean, it was bad. I was like, man, I gotta get Herb and get my little orientation out the way. I gotta get the hell out of here. They was just in there like, ugh. You understand? But they take over. They took over the cabs and they taking over Grubhub and all of them too. You understand? And they got gas stations too. The Arabs don't even really trust you to work in there. They got to get the Africans to work in there. And it be funky as hell. That's all. Oh my goodness. The mixture of a Arab and a Hamite together. Good night. I mean, it is horrible. Like, you know what I'm saying? You go into a gas station that Arab owned and a Hamite working in there. Oh man, you know what? And ain't a stick of deodorant in sight. You can't even buy no deodorant. You can buy you can buy some damn motor oil. You can't buy no deodorant. You understand, man? I mean, it's horrible, man. You can't tell me we ain't cursed. You go up in that damn gas station, your nose gonna tell you it's cursed. You understand? Your nose gonna tell you are cursed. You understand? And you got to get the gas, so you ain't got no choice. Good night. So, just letting you know, man, we don't own none of that stuff. And we got to go to them. We got to depend on them for food and clothing. So, you were right. I want to make sure you understand that breakdown is important. We got to go to Walmart to get our clothes. Even if you go to black-owned businesses to get clothes, hell, I sell T-shirts, but guess what? I sell a very small percentage. You understand what I'm saying? I buy clothes from, you know what I'm saying, Walmart and stuff. And you have to. That's because we're under the curses. The reason why I put emphasis on this is because fake Israelites or Christians are going to tell, well, we got black-owned businesses. We don't have to go to them for food and water. We got black. No, they could shut us down in a blink of an eye. What did they do to Tulsa, Oklahoma? We had black-owned businesses then. We were thriving then. What did they do when we started thriving a little too much? See, that's what people forget. That's what black folks seem to forget. They forget why don't we shop black? Yeah, it's cool. Don't get me twisted. By no means am I saying don't support your own. You better support your own. I encourage it. But don't think that, supporting your own is going to get us out this hell. Don't think, we come together and just spend with each other. All of a sudden now we'll be good to live on our own. Yeah, we may be good to just live on our own. But guess what? The oppressor is such a devil. You think he's going to allow you to just prosper without having to go through him? It's going to be Tulsa, Oklahoma all over again. Maybe even worse. They dropped bombs on Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's how bad the white man hated that you were rich. That's how bad the white man hated that you were prosperous. They said that it was fire. They dropped bombs on that place. Think about that. They waged war against blacks. You understand? They waged war against us. War crimes that went and nothing happened to them. Now, if a bomb get dropped on an American, oh man, look at 9/11. They was not going to stop until they found Osama bin Laden. And they still over there in Afghanistan taking over and shooting people and stealing resources. How long ago was 9/11? That was 2001? Come on, man. They still in Afghanistan. So they ain't forgot about that. But they can drop bombs on Tulsa, Oklahoma and kill a bunch of black people and destroy all their businesses. Not some of them, all of them. And not one persecution. You tell me we ain't cursed. You tell me that the white man ain't the devil that the Bible speaks of. So, don't all that, let's spin black. Yes, let's do that. Please do it. But don't think that that's the key to saving us. That's the key for salvation. That's the key to get us out this hell. The key to get us out this hell is following the laws, coming together and following the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. That's the only thing. Getting this I.S.U.P.K on the command and journey of YAHANNA. That's the only thing that's going to get us out this hell. Christ is our Savior, and He's going to be able to save us. Spinning black is not going to save us. So you can still go eat at the McDonald's and the Whataburgers and still go shop at the Walmarts and understand that the white man is the devil. That's it. Ain't nothing wrong with going to shop at those places. Just know that the white man is the devil. Anytime you're spending $1 and up, man, the white man is the devil. It's how much is that, sir? $40? Man, the white man is the devil. You understand what I'm saying? Throughout your day, I want some Whataburger. Man, the white man is the devil. Man, them Popeye chicken sandwiches was hidden. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand? That's all you got to do. Don't think eating at these places, now all of a sudden I'm against the children of Israel because I'm eating at Popeyes. No, as long as it's lawful. If it ain't, you know what I'm saying? Well, there's no law, there's no sin. But the white man is still the devil, you know what I'm saying, that the Bible speaks of. So that's what we need to understand. Separate spiritually. That's what you do. All right? Don't eat that birthday cake. Give me, keep reading.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have been destroyed. Until he have destroyed thee.
Okay, so now, what is that saying?
Well, the yoke of iron can be literal or figurative.
Mm-hmm. It can be or it is.
It is.
Okay.
The yoke of iron literally, what I'm saying, like, when we was in the transatlantic slave trade, where we had, we was locked up in shackles and, we're actually, yokes of iron around our neck,
right.
in boats.
Right.
figuratively, you know, it's like still going on today. Like, you know, we're still in a type of slavery to where like we can't do what, you know, what we need to do. You know what I'm
Okay, so
saying?
now this is what you want to say. You're right. So it is figuratively too. That's okay. So it answers itself, right? So it's literal and figurative if you read it. It says it. Read it again.
Con.
And he shall
put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
So, like you said, back in slavery, they did put the yoke of iron on our neck and beat us and tortured us and whipped us and kicked us and spit on us and raped us and did all these things until they destroyed us. And now they could take the yoke of iron off our necks and we're still destroyed. That's why they did it to us so bad then. They did it to the extreme. That was extreme torture. Extreme, harsh, cruel punishment that we went through until they destroyed us. When it says until they destroyed us, that means now we have the Stockholm syndrome. Now, you know, I'm so scared. I'm so destroyed from them beating and raping and molesting my children and, you know, whipping my backs and buck breaking the men and cutting off our limbs and our genitals and all these different things and, you know, destroying our babies right out the mama's womb and feeding them to alligators and doing all these things. Now they have destroyed us. And now they got us scared. Now they got us hating on each other. Now they got us to the point where we believe that, you know, Jesus is white. Now they got us to the point where they don't have to put the yoke of iron on our neck. We willingly doing what they want us to do. We willingly hate our own people. They have successfully dealt the field nigga versus the house nigga mentality against us. They have successfully got us to the point where now we have Stockholm syndrome. What is Stockholm syndrome? Now we believe that those people, yeah, they beat us and whipped us, but they also fed us and they gave us somewhere to stay. And we had, you know, they put us on the little farms to work. Like they took off the shackles and said, okay, y'all free to go. And guess what? How many actually left? Not too many, right? Because they're like, well, what am I gonna do? You take a stray dog, you beat that dog, you take that dog, you feed that dog, right? That dog ain't 8 months if it's still alive. You feed it, get it all healthy, nice and stocky. You understand what I'm saying? Feed it real good, give it a home, you show it a little love, and then you start beating that dog. And you torture that dog. And you say, okay, you open the door and say, okay, Poochie, go. And guess what? What the dog is going to do? You're going to sit right there. You're going to lay down. You're going to have to beat the dog to get him out the house. You have to literally drag the dog out the house. That dog ain't going nowhere. It don't matter how much you beat it or torture it, because why? You fed it. Gave it somewhere to stay. You did something that it ain't had in months. So it don't matter the extreme torture and stuff that you went through. It ain't going nowhere because you know it got a home and some food. It know it can. You may beat me, but I ain't dead. I could survive here. Out there, I was finna die. If I would have went one more day without food or water, I would have died. But you took me in and you gave me food and water. So now I owe you my life. That's the same type of mentality that we have to our oppressors. They beat us and did us dirty, but they did, you know, raise us on their farms. We did have our children on their farms. They let some of us in the house. You understand? To nurse the babies and to do all these other things and read to the other slaves. Yeah, and they still whipped us, but hey, they did take care of us. Mr. White Man did take care of us. Go ahead.
Would you say the same thing happened when Moses led us out of Egypt? You know, how some, you know, were complaining and, you know, wanted to go back to Egypt?
Of course. They started following. They was being like the Egyptians. They were living. They were living. It's no different from being in America. Think about it. You understand? Commander General YAHANNA says, "Come out of the world. Come into the I.S.U.P.K." under Commander General YAHANNA. Salakia. Commander General YAHANNA say, "Come into the I.S.U.P.K." But guess what? Do you see LeBron James coming in the I.S.U.P.K? Why?
Got everything that the white man gave him.
You're living good. You don't want to come out of her. What does Revelation say? Come out of her, my people. right? He don't want to come out of her. Floyd Mayweather don't want to come out of her. Give me some more rich black people. Dr. Dre don't want to come out of her. Jay-Z don't want to come out of her. Lil Wayne don't want to come out of her. You understand? They're living good. Think about that. Now put that in Egypt days. Them people didn't want to leave Egypt either. They were doing good. Think about it. So this is modern day Babylon. It's nothing different. You understand? The scripture saying no new thing under the sun.
Right.
So yes, it is the same exact situation. Probably even more so. They think they're living the American dream. And in reality, the yoke is just not on their neck. They're destroyed. You understand? Hosea, was it 4:2? That my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. So, you know, we go out into the highways and byways and tell the people, come out of her. You understand? And they still don't follow us. They don't come, they don't, and Commander Junior Hunter is here to lead the people right now, just like Moses was leading then, right? They didn't listen to Moses and they ain't listening to Commander Junior Hunter. So you tell me the difference. All right. Keep reading.
Verse 4.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. A nation whose tongue.
Hold on, we can't skip that. It says, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. Go ahead and finish the rest of that.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Okay, what is that talking about?
That's talking about the nation that brings us to the modern day slavery now.
Which is, what nation is that?
America.
America. And what is America's bird?
The eagle, sir.
The eagle. You see how that correlates? You understand? This is, and keep reading. This is where it gets real heavy.
Verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance.
A nation of fierce countenance, meaning their presence is a known presence in the earth, and they are a fierce countenance. Their presence is a fierce presence. America can't let the people of America tell it. The government, they can't be touched. America is above all the other nations to them. They feel like they got the best top of the line military, top of the line weapons, top of the line technology, top of the line everything. They can't be touched. They boast themselves. They're puffed up. You know, the Bible talks about that too. And the Lord, in 1 hour, the Lord is going to destroy this place as if it was nothing for the whole earth to see and tremble at his power. You understand? This is a nation of fierce countenance. Keep going.
We shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
Right. This place is horrible, man. They don't show no regard for the elderly, no compassion for the young. You understand? They molest our children. They beat our you know what I'm saying, our grandparents, our great-great-grandparents, and they don't care nothing about them. Leave them to rot. They have no regard for the old or the young. This place is a horrible place, and it needs to burn. America has to fall. You understand? All right, give me you know where I want to go, right? 64.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other, and there shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
Everybody know what that means, right? Break that down for me.
It's saying that it's going to scatter us, you know, from one end of the earth, you know what I'm saying, and we're going to serve other gods, which means
we're going to scattered among the what? No. You tell me what the precept says. We are scattered amongst the what? Four corners.
The four corners.
Right. We are scattered amongst the four corners of the earth.
Which means we're
Deuteronomy
everywhere.
says we're going to be scattered from the one end of the earth even into the other. And while we scatter, we're going to do what?
Serve other gods.
We're going to serve other gods. So we in China, we're going to serve Buddha. We in Dubai, we're going to serve whatever the hell they serve over there. I don't know what the hell they serve.
Yeah.
Allah. You understand? We in Africa, we're going to serve
boo-boo
cow testicles and stuff. You understand? It's a lot here. We're gonna serve the damn Amazon.
Right.
You understand? Boo-boo mud patties. And we over here in America, we're gonna serve Christianity. And every other damn denomination, whatever the hell they, Catholic, whatever the hell they, you know what I'm saying? Wood and stone. Wood is what?
The cross.
The stone is what?
That rock that the Muslims
that dumb stone.
That dumb stone.
So-called Allah that they call them. The damn Kaaba stone. You understand? All right. Give me 68 and we're gonna close it out with that.
Con. Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
And the Lord shall bring thee into what?
Egypt again with ships.
What's that?
Bringing to the house of bondage again.
What's the precept?
Give me 1 second, sir.
Okay, I caught you off guard with that one, huh? No sweat. Exodus 20 and 2.
Con. Exodus. This is book of Exodus chapter 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So the land of Egypt is also known as
the house of bondage.
You understand? So the word Egypt means bondage, and it also is actual landmass. So don't get it confused. Egypt means bondage, though, in this context. You understand? It is a landmass, but do you need to travel in ships from where we were to Egypt? He brought us out of Egypt. Did we have to go into ships? I mean, was there a body of water separating where you need ships? No. So it's context. It just brought you out the house of bondage. Go ahead. And verse 60 and 68 again.
Con from the top.
Right.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So what is that saying?
That you're gonna go into bondage, into another land where you have to take ships.
Right. Go ahead.
Con. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
So what is that talking about? Where it says, and there you should be sold to your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
They're saying that that's like the transatlantic slave trade.
That is definitely the transatlantic slave trade.
And when it says "and no man shall buy you," that means that nobody will save you.
Can't nobody save you. You understand? Can't nobody save you. Didn't nobody save us out of slavery? Nobody saved us. We came over in those ships. We died by the millions coming over. And then when we got here, we were beaten, tortured, and our kids were sold to one plantation, and we had to go to another plantation, and they took our children off and did Lord knows what with them, and sold us to work on these plantations, to slave and get our backs beat. That's the transatlantic slave trade in the Bible. And Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans were a part of that slave trade. So in summary, Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans are what?
The children of Israel.
Are the children of Israel. We all fall under these curses. You understand? And we will fall under these blessings if we hearken into the voice of the Lord thy God and do all his commandments, not some of them, all of the law, statutes, and commandments, 613 to be exact. You understand? Oh, that's what this is about. That's that breakdown. Most High in Christ, you did a wonderful job, priest. You understand? And with that, make sure you pay your tithes to the men of the Lord. You got the security announcements? Make sure you pay your tithes to the men of the Lord and the I.S.U.P.K. Go to ISUPK.com, click the donation link, or you can go onto the app. You understand? On Android, download that ASAP. You can get some exclusive music and all of the good things that come with the app. You understand? You can watch the Black Watch and all of those things all from the app. You understand? Go ahead and pay that 10%. You get that stimulus. Go ahead and stimulate that button. You understand? And pay them tithes, man. And with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Priest and Officer Ron for the security announcements.
We are the
Clap it up, Salah here.
We are the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry, tithes, which is a commandment, out of the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, Mayashara, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations is the Passover, which is postponed until further notice. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirts, pants, headband, or scarf. And these are the security announcements.
All right, with that, Amajim, which means to stand. We're gonna give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Madin Shabbat, Majim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Rakatah, Yazamata, Sar. We're gonna give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Madin Shabbat, Majim, Barak, Yahweh Shema Lataba Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Yazamata, dismissed. All right, most I ain't praying.